Hi traders, this is Sin with the New Level Trading Report for Thursday, June 16th. The Dow pushed higher today on news that builders broke ground on more homes in May and fewer Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week. The Dow was up 64 points, the Nasdaq was down almost 8 points, and the S&P gained 2 points. So a bit of a mixed bag today. This is our 5-minute chart of the Dow Jones Index, and I just wanted to have you see this overview of just lots and lots of chop and that sell-off yesterday. However, you can see that we actually came back and retraced most of that, or at least part of that, made a nice top around 11,989 and sold off actually almost back to the lows from yesterday. However, we didn't quite get there, and then actually retraced almost back to the highs. So again, not a bad day for the Dow. This is what we're looking like on a daily chart, and as you can see, I've drawn some lines of support, and again, they're a little bit subjective, but I just see some congestion in this area here, and we're holding that over in this area around the 11,852 area that we hit yesterday. So again, we haven't broken through that. Obviously, we're still in a downtrend. We could pull up into this point here before we are considered back into an uptrend. So again, we still have the 200 period moving average below us. We're on just about average volume, so we'll continue to watch that as we get to tomorrow, which is the end of the trading week. This is our S&P futures, and as you can see, in overnight trading, lots of chop. But we made this high at 12,068, a bit of a retracement from yesterday's disastrous sell-off. But as you can see, we broke this pre-market low today at 1252, but then pretty much retraced through the rest of the day. So not a bad day for the S&P. Actually, as I said, we ended up almost flat for the day. The more important chart right now is our daily chart, and as you can see, we have again these areas of support, and what I'm seeing is we definitely are touching here, multiple touches here. We actually have come down below, our tail on this has actually come below the 200 period moving average, but again, I'm seeing bottoming tails, and I'm seeing increasing volume. So to me, that's telling me something, if nothing else, at least probably pulling back into these smaller moving averages here, and then possibly the move down to that 1240. So again, we'll watch it, important number, and it's something that we're watching every day. This is our Nasdaq futures, and as you can see, a steeper pullback, and as I talked about earlier, they were down 8 points today. So you can see a lot of chop. We tried to make a high, the 2213 area, pretty much double topped quickly, and then a really steep sell-off. And as you can see, though, I do like that nice bottoming tail, and then actually tried to do some retracing, and then just pretty much through the close went flat. So this is what we're looking like on our daily, and as you can see, again, we have a bottoming tail that's just below this area here. So we have lost a bit of support, but the body's closed above that, but we are below the 200 period moving average. So I think that, and obviously you can see this sell-off is on higher volume, so we're going to continue to watch that. It's going to be important, and especially the larger stocks, Netflix and so forth, are really selling off. But I wanted you to look at the dollar, because obviously we've been talking about that quite a bit. We use that as a contrarian. Today it was very messy, a little bit tricky and difficult to watch. So then we want to look at our advanced decline lines and watching our Nasdaq and nicey breath to see what's going on. But you can see, again, as I said, we did sell off, but quite choppy, although we ended at the lows of the day. So I wanted to also show you something. I've drawn this, it's actually, I'll call that a resistance area at around this 76.53 area. And what's important about that is that we have these multiple touches, or at least these congestion areas around this this area. And as you can see, we tested this 3 or 4 times, and then broke down. We came back, tested it several times, broke down, but didn't come back down and double bottom. And now we're testing it again, and as you can see, we have this, it's a shooting star, and it's a rejection candle, but I wouldn't necessarily say that that's the end. I would say you should have multiple touches. So we'll wait to see if that breaks through, and we drew that Fibonacci retracement yesterday up to the $77 area, and I could even see us going into that 200 period moving average, which is at around the 77.70 area. So again, we'll continue to watch that. Let's take a look at FinViz. And as you can see, an overview of the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P, that sell-off, but again, then a nice retracement. So I also, again, like these bottoming tails. These are 5-minute charts, but again, a nice day to trade, actually. This is our heat map, and I would consider that kind of a Christmas tree look. Lots of green and lots of red, but even within the sectors, you see up and down stocks. JPM was up, or down, I'm sorry, Bank of America was up a bit, Oracle was down, HBQ, which is Hewlett-Packard, was up. So again, a mixed bag, but lots of trading opportunities. So let's take a look at the bubble study. Kroger, which is KR, as I mentioned, they had earnings this morning and did well. They were up about 4.5%, so a nice day for them. SHLD, which is Sears, up about almost 4%. COG, which is one I traded today, was up 3.7%, so they had a really nice day. Again, quite a few stocks to the upside. I'm just going to move this so we have a better look here. This is Whole Foods up about 2.3%. Another food company, which is Tyson, up about 2.7%. So, and AXP looks like they were up about 2.3%. So again, some nice movement to the upside on stocks. This is what we look like to the downside. You can see CF actually had a down day, almost 4% down. AMD also, which is Advanced Micro Devices, down 4%. MCO, I'm going to just move this just a bit so I can see better. There we go. MCO, which is Moody's, and actually remember they had some really nice up days last week, down almost 5% today. The big loser today was Novellus, down about 6.3%, and JDS, which is JDS Uniphase, down about almost 6% as well. So actually though, some of the NASDAQ stocks did had some declining days. I mean, declining today. I actually, Brian traded in the morning. He was on air and traded the Russell futures to the up and to the downside, and did really well. Had some nice profits. I'm going to go back to our chart here, and this is what the TF, which is the Russell, looks like. Whoops. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Let's try it one more time. There we go. You can see some really nice opportunities to the up and to the downside, and again that nice bottoming tail. And you can see, I didn't really show this earlier, but you can see Russell, multiple touches on this area. So just a really important area. We did lose a little bit of support, but again, we're still kind of hanging around just above that 200 period moving average. So again, Brian did really well today trading that. I traded in the afternoon on air. I traded, I was short and long Apple for some nice gains. I also got that COG, which is Cabot Oil, long for a nice scalp. I was short Baidu, CMG, Google, and Netflix with options, and all profitable except I had a small loss on Netflix. I also closed a bear call spread that Don put on Google yesterday for a really nice profit. So again, overall, a very, very nice trading day for New Level Traders. Tomorrow in economic news, we have consumer sentiment report and leading indicators. So we also have triple witching tomorrow, which is the close of options and so forth. So you get a lot of volatility just in that, and so I'm assuming that with that and the fact that we're trending downward and coming into some really important support and levels, we should have, again, lots of volatility tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Thanks again for joining us. We're really pleased to have you with us. If you have any questions about education or membership, call us at our number 341-269-0412. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.